Hey,
Hello, everyone.
hi.
How you feeling, Mike?
Really friggin' tired. How are you feeling?
I'm good.
Okay.
Mike just got back from Australia, my hometown actually,
Mhm.
and Japan.
Yep.
While I was in London and Germany, and Mark was in San Francisco, and
We really split the
yeah,
team up. It was like a DEF CON had been declared. So we're like we all have to scatter. We
yeah,
can't we can't have one hard target.
yeah.
Yeah, no, actually, so I figured out the Hello Cleveland of game development,
Oh yeah,
which is actually saying Melbourne instead of Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
so
very weird.
so I pulled
Yeah,
that off at the panel. Everyone was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "That was basically Hello Cleveland."
cool.
So yeah, that was kind of cool. So what are we doing today?
We are doing the prologue, so we're doing the first hour of the game. And spoiler warning, I cannot stress that enough.
Yeah.
So if you want to start the game, like when you first buy it and you put the disc in and you install it, whatever, and you fire it up, if you want that first experience to be untarnished, then tune out now.
Yeah,
And
go,
we
go
won't blame
away.
you. We won't blame you at all.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's so the thing we will be doing is archiving this, which we do with all of the streams. So Twitch TV/BioWare, I think.
Yep.
And so what you could do, if you're worried but kind of maybe on the fence, you could watch it after we're done.
Yep.
After people have given you impressions like, no, it's not that bad, or heck, yes, it is. Don't watch. Then
Yeah,
that's not a
exactly.
bad call.
Yeah, because we are going to be doing some native commentary as well.
Yep.
So we wanted to give you guys a bit of an intro to the game, of course, as we go through the prologue, but also talk a little bit about some of the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah, we're playing today on an Xbox One.
Yep.
We haven't done that for a while. It was PC last time, for me anyway. And then what's our other awesome news?
Well, we've gone gold.
Yeah, that's like a week out of date, but
Yeah, about time, right?
But I
it's
get
only
to say
been
it.
like years and years and years.
I get to say it. It's exciting.
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah, it's a 3-year journey included. So that means we're at the filing stages. Stuff's going off to manufacturing, last patches, all that kind of stuff's happening. It does mean we're a week from release, week and a day.
Week and a day.
Yeah. Early access starts for Xbox One owners tomorrow,
It starts. What's today?
Monday.
What date? The
It'll be
11th?
Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I don't even know
It's
what
on,
day
on
it
that
is.
screen over there.
Oh,
Look.
there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, it starts either very late on the 12th or the 13th.
Okay, cool. And then this means also last chance to pre-order for those of you who want to do that.
Yeah, there are some cool bonuses.
Yeah, so to cover some of the big things, there's mounts and thrones and stuff. Also armor, weapons, and you do get kind of a starting weapon right at the beginning of the game.
Yep.
Not immediately, but very close. And then as well, once you get access to full-blown crafting, you get all the schematics. So if you really like that armor, you can make
cool
it out
armor.
of dragon stuff and get it for late game, all kinds of neat stuff. As well, when I was in Australia, I did a deep dive on crafting, so you can go dig that up too.
Yes, that was
That's
cool.
on Spiral's Twitch, which is they were the guys who are doing PAX Australia.
Cool.
So
I did a Twitch stream as well.
Nice.
I died.
Nice.
Again.
I did one that's not Twitch, but it's in Japan.
Oh, really?
And that was great. The guys
Okay.
were having so much fun. They were
Yeah.
just like, oh, as we saw the dragon and stuff. They were just
Yeah.
blown away. So. And they kept saying, "This is PS4. This is PS4." They were astonished.
Yeah.
It was good fun.
All right.
EA Access looks like the 13th.
13th. There you go.
Yes, thank you, Connell.
Yes, thank you.
He's like our up to the moment research
That's right.
assistant. Yeah, with the magnificent beard. Good for him.
Yes.
Okay,
we
so
get started?
yeah, let's do this. So, Cam, do you want to talk about kind of the hook on the prologue and some of the thoughts we had when we were developing it?
Yeah, I mean, the prologue, obviously, right at the beginning of the game, we wanted to throw you into the events, and the world that we've built over the course of the last 3 years is a world that's in absolute chaos. And so the prologue is, I guess, a reflection of that.
Yep,
You
absolutely.
you definitely get thrown into the deep end, and that's intentional.
Yep.
We didn't want to swamp players with a whole bunch of backstory and lore and all this sort of stuff. Because one, that's hard for newcomers to the franchise, and it's also it's not really representative of what's happening in the world right now.
Yeah, it's a situation where there isn't a ton of time for people to talk. Now, one of the things we did do quite consciously is once we get through the prologue, and basically almost immediately after where we're going to end today, which is the founding of the Inquisition. You're put out and you're able to kind of explore and talk to a bunch of people and say, hey, what did you think about this? There's even one of my favorite moments where you end up where someone asks you like, well, tell me more about your background and tell me about what work you did. You're a Canary, so you're a mercenary. What did you do? All those things they explore, but they explore kind of in a time when it feels a little more paced. Hopefully that works for folks. I enjoy it personally. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everything's there, right? Like, you've got the main stuff, it's easy for the newcomers, but all the lore is still available for people who want to dive into.
Exactly. So go through. I think I might do Vault. default head for now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We've shown the character creator.
Yeah. All right. So we'll just go with this one touch. We'll default name for today.
Cool. So this is a really interesting scene because it's, you sort of revisit this a little bit.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of mystery involved in this, so we don't want to spoil this part of it for sure.
Yeah, exactly what's going on here is actually something that keeps coming up. And I think it deliberately sets a really interesting stage for players to go, well, what was that? And then people keep asking, what do you think that was? Which I think actually helps drive that point home that it's not clear to the player.
Yeah.
Also, our time to really gross spiders is like an all-time low.
Yeah. I know that Dragon Age always has these spiders, right? So you might as well put them right up front.
Well, that Trevor Morris knows how to hit a stinger, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
What do you mean everyone's dead?
Explain this.
I... can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need her, Cassandra.
So what happens now?
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then... a woman.
A woman?
She reached out to me, but then...
Go to the forward camp, Liliana. I will take her to the rift.
What did happen?
It will be easier to show you. Call it the Breach. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This one did. Unless we act, the Breach may grow until it swallows the world. Each time the Breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
I understand.
Then...
I'll do what I can. Whatever it takes.
They have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The Conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed. There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Your mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
All right, so we didn't really want to talk over the cutscenes. One of my favorite things out of that entire opening is actually seeing the breach in the lip shine of your character. It's like, what? Who? What wizardry did that?
Yeah.
So again, for those of you just joining us, we are playing through the prologue. It is going to be a little spoilery.
Full of spoilers.
Yeah. As well, game opens with a pretty hard start, and as we wanted to point out, I mentioned earlier that this is deliberately kind of a off-putting opening in the sense that your character doesn't really know what's happening either.
That's right.
And the context comes as you play through and as you proceed through. So we'll see a lot of that grow here, and then even more when you get into kind of the free open explore stuff.
Yep.
A lot of people were asking about that. Hey, it seems like weird. Like I wouldn't spend an hour walking around the conclave, and I'm like, we actually experimented with that. We thought about that as an idea. It really brought the pacing down, and we wanted to really focus on the Inquisition, not the time before the Inquisition.
Yeah, very true. And so much of a lot of the story revolves around the mystery of all of this as well. So having that sense of not knowing exactly what's going on in the beginning suits that.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey, I bet you know what? I bet there was a perfectly good beginning where you did it more.
True. Yep.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yep.
Stay behind me!
So just while we're paused, one thing I want to point out is I do have a bow because I chose archer at the beginning.
Yes.
As a rogue, I could equip daggers. I can absolutely level up in that talent tree if I want.
Yep.
But this starting weapon, really one of our goals for this opening experience was to be able to get you playing your character right from moment one. So starting talents, starting weaponry is determined by that. You can respec later. You can change it up if you want.
Yep.
In fact, last night I was talking with Melanie, my wife, and she was playing, and she was like, well, I don't know. I'm not digging this sword and shield war. I'm like, well, respect that. You can switch. It works. Yeah. But anyway, this is why I have a bow right now, just for those.
And interesting, when we at one point in development in the prologue, this is actually where you picked your class.
Yep.
There was different types of weapons on the ground, and you could sort of choose between them. But we decided to pull that in a little bit earlier.
I'm gonna enter stealth here, lose his aggro, break him off. Ideally, bring him close to Cassandra. Now, this is actually new. Being able to strafe while doing shot in the run.
Yep.
I'm also playing on hards. The enemy's got a fair chunk of hit points. This is obviously not going to be the most challenging fight in the game, being number one.
No.
I just feel like doing some taunting. There we go. Bought myself a little bit of time there.
Really just a very basic intro to the game.
Yep.
All you're
just
really doing
is
pulling the trigger on the Xbox One or holding it down to keep attacking.
Yeah, actually holding it's like way more comfortable for me.
Drop your weapon. Now!
If you're going to lead me through a demon-infested valley, you'll have to trust me.
Give me one reason to trust you.
Because my life is on the line.
You're right. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless. I should remember you agreed to come willingly.
All right,
Some
so
potions now.
yeah, but one thing I wanted to show off, just so deliberately picked on hard when I started, because here's the thing: some folks have asked about this. Is this still in? Yes, it is. Real-time change to overall difficulty.
Yep.
In the interest of getting through a little bit faster, I want to actually confirm this out. Fight's going to take a little bit less time. It's not going to be as hard, but it's one of those things I just wanted to make sure people knew. Hey, shit, I'm out of my depth or whatever. I can change
Where are
that.
all your soldiers?
So I'm a little hurt. Drink a potion.
At the forward camp or fighting. We are on our own for now.
And just getting people used to the idea of inventory and looting. We can dive in here. And of course, Kanari use different headgear than everyone else does.
Yep. I actually think I turned off.
Get the Vitar. Oh, it's off? Okay, that's
yeah.
fine. That's fine. I still get the stats from it, right? So
Yep.
my attack overall goes up, doing more damage.
Because you have an option to change to turn off headgear.
Yeah, hide helmet,
So,
global
hide
setting
helmet,
for all party members, for sure. Okay, so this environment, quite nice. We probably spent the most time on the lighting in this space to try and get that kind of like dark apocalyptic thing.
Yeah. And the ice is just gorgeous.
Oh, it is. Now, here's a fun thing. I really enjoy doing this, especially here when I've got Cassandra. Just attack my target, send her in, let her get aggro,
Yep.
then start the fight. So I'm up high, get a nice perch, good distance shot. Break one of them off, no problem. But she's able to hold them pretty comfortably down there while I'm pinging from up high.
And if you get in trouble, you can just enter stealth and
Yep.
off you go.
Now they're going down a lot easier now because we moved down to normal. Normally I play on hard, personally, but interest of time.
Now look at that ice. It's just incredible.
Yeah, like the fact you can see the breach reflected in it.
yeah. And the depth to it. Right. There was another time when there was parts of the prologue where the ice would break and you could fall in.
Yeah, and I think that's something I'd like to re-explore. It didn't work here because it felt like
Well, it's just taken away from the main part of the prologue.
yeah,
Right?
but at some point I think we need some more treacherous ice in this game.
Yeah, totally. And that little green thing that you just killed is a new creature.
Yep, that's Wraith.
Yep. So, one of the things in the prologue, you need to give some really basic kind of enemies, and the Shades are a great example of that. Obviously, it suits.
Looks like we need to pause, reset the stream because of flickering. Okay, well, guys, we want you to have your best experience. We're going to do that right now. We'll be back in about 30 seconds. Hang tight.
Yep. Do you want to save? Fix the flickering.
Let's find out.
Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying earlier, before we got rudely interrupted by technology.
The robots are rising up.
These
Cameron.
little wraiths are a new creature that we added in, another sort of simple creature type, basic creature type, along with the Shades. Give some variety to the prologue.
You know, Sarah, this is kind of nice. The presentation on locking on gives you a nice view of your target. While locked on, you can use your right stick to kind of flick to move between targets. Anyone who's played Dark Souls will be very familiar with that style of targeting. It's one where I thought they did just a fantastic job.
Yep. Great for the archer.
Yeah. It offsets differently in melee. When you're up close, the camera will behave differently because of your range. But the archer will offset this nice kind of side shoulder, almost third person kind of feel, third person shooter almost. Now, you know, Sarah, I'm not doing a ton of damage with that X attack. That's actually a shot which does more damage based on range. So you'll notice that's why I was able to one-shot some of those shades just right up front.
So you need to hold back a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why it's better to send Cassandra in. That's nice. That's increase your research item. You know, so I got a quest, which is keep it for later. That's something I'll be able to hand in. Collect enough of those for each class of creature, you're able to do more damage to them.
Yep.
And you gain power because the Inquisition does the research, and your troops are better at it. Other mechanics, you'll see banter obviously firing between me and Cassandra, and she's developed Guard, so she's got extra health from having fought correctly using her abilities.
That's right.
Shield walls and taunts and so on. Now here again, pull in. I want to try and get range if possible. There you go, get the big hits. That was a crit too. You can tell by the big number in the screen shake. Thanks, Cassandra. You're a buddy.
Quickly, before more come through.
What did you do?
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
I closed that thing? How?
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your hand. I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass deep in demons forever. Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
That's a nice crossbow you have there.
Isn't she? Bianca and I have been through a lot together.
You named your crossbow Bianca.
Of course. And she'll be great company in the valley.
Absolutely not. Your help is appreciated, Varric, but...
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need me.
Ugh.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions. I am pleased to see you still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you while you slept.
Then I owe you my thanks.
Thank me if we manage to close the breach without killing you in the process. Cassandra, you should know, the magic involved here is unlike any I have seen. Your prisoner is no mage. Indeed, I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well... Bianca's excited.
We reworked that scene a lot.
Yes.
that one was good. Everyone introducing themselves and so on. Great moment for character, I think. I love Solus's little like, and it seemed I was right.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're such a smarty
and
pants.
Cassandra's little sneer at Varys.
Yeah. No, it's good. Just trying to give people a good sense of that. Now, this, of course, gives us a party. So coming up, we're going to run into, how to use TACCAM, how do you control the party, and basic, kind of tutorial on party control like this.
Yep. And jump. We just did a jump.
Jump!
Jump
That's
for
right.
the first time in a Dragon Age game. Thank God.
There it is. All right. So again, this is a nice spot for like, okay, let's all focus fire. Who do I want to target? Maybe.
This is the tougher one.
Yeah. I'm thinking. Let's take this guy out
Okay.
first. Everybody on him. All right. So TACCAM lets us dive in here. Get in. Nice tutorials. Walking us through it. And of course, you can see everybody piling on this guy to attack. He's just going to get torn apart. That was nice. You notice Cassandra, even though she's still got that guy as her target, taunted this guy, which is a nice touch. And of course, pulling TACCAM up, getting that nice kind of overview. But, carry back on. All right, so now here, obviously, I'm going to want to focus on these guys, take them out. I could use TACCAM, I could use Lock On, I could do a little attack my target here to get everybody else on it. We want to try and take out those range guys because this Greater Shade, he's tough. He's tough as all
Yeah, he's
heck.
gonna be around for a while.
Yeah, and you can see with the big coxcomb and stuff, it changes the shape, so characters tend to be kind of representative of the relative difficulty.
Yeah, you got a shatter combo there as well. So
Yep.
Shade was frozen, and then someone did a knockdown type
Yeah,
of ability.
that's because of Solus. Now, Cassandra,